spring is in there. Not weak, but it's powered down, you know, when it's functioning properly. And that's why I tell people, when you're gonna test a gun, test it like this, have a magazine in, not loaded, because then it's gonna take up the space in between the slide and the frame, and it's gonna be more of a true to life, like as if you're shooting live. You know, that's the only way you're gonna be able to get the feel for your trigger. I always tell people when they call me up after they install it and they have, you know, just, you know, some comments or constructive criticisms, I'll say, hey, shoot it live, and then let's have an actual conversation about what's going on with it live. And usually it all works itself out after it's shot live for a while, because things sort of take care of themselves because they're tested live. You know, I don't sit here and go, okay, yeah, okay, that's working, yeah, okay. No, these get shot. So basically, and sometimes that violent, you know, the violence, or I should say the power of that, you know, you need. You know, these guys, there's a lot of guys that are just going like this, and sometimes, as you can see, it didn't go back into battery. It's never going to go back into battery if you're just, you know, going like that. So, I mean, it will with a, you know, with a 17-pound spring and probably a 15. But after that first shot, you can see here, this is the movement of this trigger. And this is, those of you that shoot competition are probably, I don't want to say something like that. I was going to say you're probably, I don't know if they say like a dog slobbering or whatever. Maybe you're not, I don't know. But this is a fast trigger, and it's got a very fast reset. And as you can see, like, I'm not even that good. Like, I'm not able to catch it. There was a video I just put up on Instagram of another trigger, one of the polymer shoes that I built, and they're, even in a controlled environment like this, me going my fastest, I got it there, but there's still a little bit, even if I go past that point right there, there's going to be a little bit of slap to it, like right there. So this trigger is unbelievably fast. So if you're training with this and you have a very fast trigger finger, you are going to freaking run this gun like it was meant to be run, with all the other bells and whistles, and just, you know, that's the way this should have came. I wish I had a video to show you what the trigger was like when I first got it in my hands, because it was just flat on. It was, never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. But let's put it this way, it was 1/20th of what this was. I might even give it 1/30th. So I'm gonna show you guys something here, because you know, I did talk about how this would absolutely be unsafe unless you were able to do certain modifications to it to keep it safe. So when we open the gun up, we always talk about, you know, doing safety checks, and I'll do it this way so you can see. So first off, you know, you always want to grab that vertical extension, and you always want to be able to hear that click. That way we know, click. That way we know that this is absolutely engaging the frame, and it's not, your first line of defense is there. And not to mention, if that's not there, guys, you're fucked. Okay, that's number one. Don't negate this, because if you drop this, everything else is going to go. It's not like one works without the other. It's going to go 1, 2, boom. You know, so basically, once this is out of the equation, you got your dick in the wind, if you know what I'm saying. So first thing is that. And second is, I like to get a Glock tool, and you're going to push down on this, and there should be no movement. Now, when I take this up close, here is the shelf line. Do you see it? That trigger is sitting a good, I don't know, it's probably what, almost a 16th behind there. You can see that right, I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at a monitor here, right there, that gap right there, that is actually off the shelf. However, and I'm not going to get too nitty-gritty about it, because this is one of those things you're going to see in the advanced stuff, but there is a modification right down in here that does not allow it to drop down. No matter how hard I push on it, it is going to stay right where it is, which means not until this movement happens does that trigger drop down to, and you see how quick it does it. It's dropping the striker, even with the 3.5 connector, that quick. That quick. That is unbelievably fast with the 3.5 connector, and it's because there are other modifications that are going on in here, which once again you will get in the advanced, but you can see there's something right there that is, and it's smooth. You can see it's still grabbing, smooth. Everything is smooth. Some people try to do this modification and they hang up, you know what I mean? But if you do it right and you know how to place it and you know some of the other tricks of the trade, that dang thing is going to be perfect. And that's how this turned out. This gun turned out perfect. This is Joe and Joe from Johnstown, when that one video, like I said, this is his gun. And I tell you what, man, you know, he's gonna owe me a shitload. You know, I thought, you know, Joe's actually got an FFL now, and it's oh my God, he's gonna kill me. I forget the name of his company. Hang on, I gotta. This is a faux pas, guys. Sorry, this is a faux pas. But I promised him I would mention it, and that's what I do, you know, for my friends. So I'm gonna take 1 second. Guy texts me like every day. So. Phantom Arms, there we go, baby. Nice solid 2A. Oh, look at that right there. Remember, you guys remember that? Anyway, awesome. I got my hand. Not an issue. So I don't know how I got sidetracked there, but anyway, when this comes back, I just can't wait for him, because he said don't send it back to me till it's one of those triggers that like you're just unbelievably tickled with. And you know, like I was telling a buddy, I was actually telling a couple of my friends the other day, you know, after I've been into this for so long, and still to this day, and I'll bring this up so you can see my my enthusiasm and my passion. You know, still to this day, you know, when I pull that trigger and it turns out perfect, I'm just like, yes, fucking awesome. And you know, that's if it doesn't feel like that, even if it's a kit or whatever, it doesn't go out, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's you know that's why you procure me as someone to build a trigger for you, whether it's a kit or whether it's in a gun like this. And I wanted to show you this because you know, when you send me your gun, this is, you know, we have these conversations about how you want it done, and this is one of the things that we can do. I can even move that trigger up further and have it break earlier. I mean, there's just about anything is possible. So, and you know, when I'll talk about that, like the 1911 thing, like you can't mimic. There's a video earlier with me, and I say like, you know, 1911 was 1911 and Glock is a Glock. That is true. You can't mimic a hammer falling. That feel is completely different. It's just this disappearing feel. But with a Glock, what you can mimic is that action. And that action is important, because even with the Glock, in my experience, that fucking reset is just bang, it's coming. So you know, it all depends on how fast you can go. You know what I mean? Because that reset on a Glock, some of the higher end 1911s, I'll see Glocks beating them back out to reset, at least when I feel the trigger and I know what I'm trying to feel. And I'm just like, all right, yeah, great. This is you know, this is a $3,000 2011, I get it, but that fucking Glock trigger right there that I just built will outrun it. Sorry. You know, and you know, the Glock trigger is $200 and the gun's like whatever. But you know, and you guys got to know, like, there's places to spend your money in when you get these guns that should be done first. And you know, I'm just gonna say, trigger and sight picture. Trigger control and sight picture, that is shooting. So that might be something you want to think about. And then you can do all the bling blang and boom afterwards. And then when you get the bling blang and boom, see me too, anyway. Get a little salesman on you. But no, I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about this whole other aspect of Johnny Glocks. And I'm actually meeting with a machinist to go over some CAD work for some ideas that I have that are very functional, more toward gunfighting, a little bit toward competition of how to do my slide cuts. It's not going to be about, you know, like you see Loki's new slide that he just dropped. Oh my God, I mean, like, yeah, these dudes are on a different level. So basically, it's not going to be like that. It's just, it's going to have a functionality to it. Not that his doesn't, but I mean, I can't come up with that kind of stuff. You know, to slides is what I believe he is. I am to triggers. You know, it's in that same genre. I guess I covered everything, man. That's pretty much it. We went over the digital download, Overwatch Precision, my new assistant Jonathan, and the fact that we're going to broaden out a little bit more into this laser stippling and framework and have it available on the site. And like I said, Jonathan has an unbelievable talent for grip work, so we're going to utilize him there. So I'm going to utilize him here with this company as much as I can. So that's about it. Where are we? 33. Look, man, you guys got to fix. I mean, if that's what you were after, man, 3 months, 10 minutes a month, whatever. But yeah, I will, now that I have my handy, totally rigged setup here, I'll be able to shoot. I'll just be able to click, turn it on, and let's go. So that Overwatch, I'm gonna get a bunch of Overwatch shoes, I think, on Monday, and that video will be out next week. I'm gonna say it, so I have to stick to it. But anyway, www.johnnyglocks.com is the website. Everything you need to know about those triggers is on there. You can still call me, but like I said, I haven't really, you know, someone will say, I'll get an email like, what is the benefit of the striker? And I'm like, I have 3 paragraphs of the benefit of the striker. Just please go check that out. Not being a jerk, but like I'm trying to do, you know, I'm trying to get things done and stay on point. And not that any question's stupid, but if the information is already there, go to the website. 99% of the time it's there. If you have a couple questions, very, very specific questions, call me. Believe me, man, you can talk to anyone. I answer calls. I bullshit maybe to a fault too long with a lot of you guys, because I love what I do and I love talking about Glocks, and I'm an enthusiast that way. But yeah, www.johnnyglocks.com, 941-376-4380 is the phone number, and the email now is johnny@johnnyglocks.com. All right, hey, you guys have a great week. Take care, and thanks for watching.